This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. Big league games from all around the Bay Area. We'll see San Ramon Valley take on Foothill. Wilcox meets Los Gatos, and two top Bay Area teams meet as Palo Alto battles St. Francis.
Great softball with Westmont and Santa Teresa. And the story of the Burlingame golfer on the course after debilitating migraines. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight with a huge Saturday game that just might be a championship preview. The St. Francis Lancers, ranked third in the state, come into the week at 16-2. The
Lancers with a huge non-league test this week, taking on De Anza Division power Palo Alto. The Vikings come in starting this week at 16-3, 8-0 in De Anza Division play. Two of the Bay Area's very best meeting on Saturday.
Adrian Soriano here in Mountain View as Palo Alto takes on St. Francis. Blake Rogers was in the zone early for the Lancers. Blake striking out the side in order to start the game, no score after one. The Lancers load the bases in the second inning for Elias Duncan, who crushes one deep to left center field. The ball will go all the way to the fence as Elias slides in safely at third for a triple. Tyson Smith, Derek Gilly, and Alex Babusis all come in to score. It's 3-0 St. Francis after two. The Lancers on the board again in the fifth as Ryan Lee skies one to center field. That's deep enough to score Elias Duncan. 4-0 Lancers after five. Baylor-bound senior Blake Rogers was in cruise control all day long. Blake getting one of his 8 strikeouts on the game here. Danny Peters pitched well for Palo Alto. Danny getting the batter to chase for strike 3. Still 4-0 St. Francis after 6. The Vikings trying to rally in the 7th, but Tyson Smith makes the catch for the final out of the game as the Lancers win their 16th consecutive game behind 6 masterful innings from senior Blake Rogers.
Ivan Garcia here in Alameda as the Encino Jets host the Hayward Farmers. Bottom second, Jets have runners at the corners. Hard hit ball to short. Miguel Flores catches the ball, throws to Diego Hernandez for the 6-4 double play to get out of the jam. Bottom third, runners in scoring position, and the Jets were clear for takeoff. Jacob Baca hits a bases clearing double. Leo Paredes and Alex DeLeo come home as Encino takes a 2-0 lead. And as Sammy Sprinkler said, it's a hit parade. David Costa hits a high fly ball to center that falls at the track for a base hit, and Baca is brought home 3-0 Jets. J.J. Jackson up to bat. Runners on second and third. Grounds one to left field that rolls past the outfielder. Costa and Andy Trong cross home plate to add to the lead. Now it's runners at the corners for Hudson Taylor. Line drive to center and watch out, geese! Jackson and Angus Olaez safely cross home, and it's 7-0 Jets. Still in the third. Baca up to bat again. Line drive to left that hits the fence. Chad Edwards round third. Throws off his helmet, and look at the big man go. Edwards showing some great base running as he slides safe at home to tag on another run. Jackson back to bat. Hits one to left field that drops, and Jackson gets another double, and Trong is brought home. Encino scored 10 in the third and 1 in the fourth to beat Hayward 11-0 after a huge game from Jackson.
Adrian Soriano here at Los Gatos as the Wildcats take on Wilcox. LG gets on the board first. Addie Payne grounds one to third. Wilcox gets the out at first, but Sarah Sharma comes in to score 1-0 Wildcats. Lindsay Chiala up to bat next, and Lindsay crushes one off the left field fence. Alexa Musser scores, and it's 2-0 Los Gatos after 1. Wilcox rallies back in the third. Jessica Gutierrez hits it to second. Miriam Rodwin beats a throw to the plate to cut the deficit in half. Then with runners at second and third, Athena Gonzalez sends a drive to dead center field. See you later. A 3-run jack for Athena. It's 4-2 Wilcox, but the Wildcats come right back in the bottom half. Chiala smokes one up the middle for a base hit. Payne races in to score, and it's 4-3 Chargers. Annika Norquist keeps the line moving with a bloop single to right. Chiala crosses the plate, and this game is tied at 4. A couple batters later, Morgan Burt lines one to left for another base hit. Ruth Whitaker scores as Los Gatos jumps ahead 5-4. Back to the top of the lineup now, and Sarah Sharma rips a solid single to center. Sarah Nedwich and Daisy Moore comes home, and it's 7-4 Los Gatos. One more for the Cats as Payne grounds one to short. The throw to first gets away as Claire Torres scores 9-4 LG after 3. Wilcox looking to rally back in the fifth as the throw gets away. That allows Alyssa Butler to trot home. It's 9-5 Los Gatos. Jessica Gutierrez still up to bat, and Jessica slaps one to center for a single. Kennedy Kuykendall comes in to score, and it's 9-6 Wildcats after 5. The Chargers still chipping away in the 7th. Layla Lopez goes the other way for a base knock. Reina Hernandez scores to cut the deficit in half, but Chiala shuts it down as she gets the strikeout for the final out of the game as Los Gatos wins it 9-7 to go to 7-0 in the Santa Clara Valley De Anza division.
We'll jump to San Mateo for some volleyball. Menlo Atherton meeting Aragon at center court. Courtney Tate with the highlights set 1. Menlo Atherton off to a strong start, and the tip is good for junior Matt Chris, and the Bears take a 3-0 lead early. Later, Menlo Atherton trying to hang on to the lead. Aragon sends it over, but Michael Dacey comes up with the big-time block. The Bears take the first set 25-18 to the second. Aragon rallying back. Monet Hokafanu takes the angle to cut the lead to 1, but the Bears start to pull away later in the second. Matt Chris slams it home, 13 kills for Matt, and the Bears take the second 25-21. Third set, Aragon ahead. Menlo Atherton gets it over the net, but Lucas Pesh crushes it right back to the hardwood. 5-2 Aragon. The Dons still on top later in the third. Michael Tundant up to Lucas for another kill, and Aragon fighting back to send it to a 4th set. To the 4th, this one close towards the end. Cameron Sears with a beautiful shot to give the Dons a 23-20 lead. But the Bears fight back to force a win by 2. Peter Chris up to Will Wang. Will for the monster slam, 21 kills on the game, and the Bears win the match 3-1 behind a big performance from Will Wang, 21 kills and 2 blocks.
Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a wrap produced by the great folks at the Rikus Center.
The players chosen from their performances in last week's games. Here are the Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
Yeah, Rikus Center, 49ers Cal High, your Gary Rikus Players of the Week. Taking the mound with some leadership is Liam Thompson, a pitcher who's notorious like cheese in Wisconsin. The senior was a force bringing heat for the Bruins, with 10 strikeouts leaving batters in ruins, allowing 1 hit in a complete game shutout, making opposing hitters look like cardboard cutouts. To help his Branham squad in taking down Lee, remaining at the top of the Mount Hamilton League. You might see him after games with an interviewer. A dominant performance from Dylan Stewart. Got a tough road win for St. Joseph Notre Dame. On the mound, the senior was controlling the game. He went the distance while striking out 12, dropping pitches in the zone like they were falling off the shelf. Through a shutout, he kept Albany bats quiet. In the East Bay League, it's looking good for the Pilots. Yeah, Rikus Center, 49ers Cal High Sports Report, Bennett Raw, your Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great advice for athletes every week.
Here's Dr. Michael Freehill with this week's tip.
A significant issue to be aware of as baseball season approaches is arm pain. Most of the time, arm pain represents fatigue or soreness just from throwing, or maybe throwing a little too much. The key is to stop throwing when you have arm pain. Studies have shown there is anywhere from 7 to 36 times the odds of sustaining a real injury to the throwing arm if you throw through pain and fatigue. Make sure your coaches are paying attention to the recommended pitch count rules with limits on pitches and days of rest after pitching.
Coming up, our first SunPower Electric game with East Bay League rivals San Ramon Valley and Foothill.
And Peninsula League softball with Aragon and Carlmont. This is 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. The Rikus Center's Community Service Program in Menlo Park provides a unique opportunity for you to gain valuable leadership and life skills while working in a diverse and exciting environment. Whether you're looking to complete school service hours, gain relevant experience for a job or college, or immerse yourself in all the Rikus Center has to offer, our Community Service Program gives you the opportunity to engage your community, make meaningful human connections, and learn new skills in athletic fitness, creative arts, and nature awareness. Got goals? Come to the Rikus Center.
Cody! Hi! How are you?
I'm good. I'm crocheting.
I see that.
It started off as a hobby, kind of snowballed from there. And Alex, I don't want to stop.
Well, I don't see why you should have to. Let's set you up with a side gig savings goal on the US Bank mobile app. This way you can turn it into your main hustle before you know it.
You're my hero, Alex.
What are you working on now?
Pool cover.
That's fun.
Oh, I made my wife a bathing suit.
Oh, did Linda like it?
She did not.
Oh.
You should see what I made for Max. Max, look at him. He loves it.
The confidence to make your dream a reality. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
For nearly half a century, DevCon Construction has helped build, perform, design, and sustain the dreams of Bay Area schools. DevCon Construction's buildings and fields are the foundation for many of our finest schools. The exceptional quality of our finished product is a huge reason we are ranked as the largest builder in Silicon Valley, and why DevCon gets 95% of its business from repeat customers for future projects. DevCon Construction will continue to build our communities from schools to stadiums. Nearly half a century of quality service and a history of success.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By US Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. US Bank member FDIC. By Stanford Healthcare. #1 in Northern California in orthopedics. By SunPower. Proud partner of the 49ers. And by Stevens Creek Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Welcome back to Levi Stadium. Both Foothill and San Ramon Valley are coming into this game with just one league loss, and both in first place in their respective divisions with the regular season winding down.
This game will put the winner in the driver's seat for a top seed in the league tournament and top seed in the NCS playoffs. It's our NCS SunPower Electric game, and Robert was there.
Electric game.
Should be an exciting game this afternoon with the two teams atop the two divisions in the East Bay League. We've got two guys to watch out for. They're both named Evan. They both play right field. For San Ramon Valley, it's Evan Belinget, who's been really hot at the plate of late, hitting .389, the senior right fielder. For Foothill, it's Evan Balter, who's batting .442, also a senior, also plays right field. San Ramon Valley and Foothill in this week's NCS SunPower Electric game. The San Ramon Valley Wolves getting all fired up before the game, and that seemed to work as the Wolves get two in the first. Donnie Crook with a low liner quickly over the fielder's head. One run is in. Here comes Jordan Lewis. It's a double for Crook, 2-0 Wolves. Bottom one, here's Evan Bilter taking it high and deep to left, and it is gone. Home run! A solo shot for the senior and lots of love from his teammates. The Wolves runner at first takes off, but Trevor Harmon says not on my field as the junior catcher with a perfect throw to second, Brandon Comerford with the tag. The Falcons tie the game in the third. Nate Nowitzki gets it going. The sophomore rips it to left center all the way to the fence. That's a double for Nowitzki, who would tie the game on a sac fly. It's 2-2. Still in the third, Comerford sends a seeing eye bouncing ball into left field. Scoring is Jack Basir, and it's a 3-2 Falcons lead. We're going to have some fun here. Second and third for the Falcons. A perfect bunt by Gabe DiBenedetto. No one's at first. The throw is late and wild. That allows Diego Nabunko to score. It's 4-2 Foothill after 3. Runner on for Bilter in the fourth, and Evan has another run-scoring hit. The single scores Nowitzki, 6-2 Foothill after 4. 2 on for Basir. The Falcons' outstanding third baseman sends this one down the line and left. It's a ground rule double, scoring Harmon, 7-2 Foothill. The Wolves rally in the seventh. The runner on for 6-5. UCSB-bound catcher Nick Putnam, and Nick got all of that one. A 2-run shot, but not enough, as the Falcons win at 7-4 is the final. A big day for Evan Bilter, who explains what a win like this means for his team.
Oh, this is a really big win for us. We've been playing really hard all year, and that was a big one for sure. We have really good culture, and I think everybody contributes in some way, shape, or form. So we really put it together this year.
A little chat in the dugout as Gunderson takes on San Jose. Jake Vanderbrook with the highlights. The Grizzlies get off to a hot start. Miles Potter smacks this ball to right field for a base knock. Rounding third is Ethan Breslin, and the senior scores from second. 1-0 Grizzlies. Moments later, Eric Ureste finds a gap up the middle for a base knock, scoring Miles Potter. 2-zip Gunderson. More textbook baseball in the first from the Grizzlies. This time Ryan Rogers hits a blooper. This ball finds the grass for another base hit. 2 more runs for the Grizzlies. Long inning for Adonai Dominguez Dominguez, but the left-hander gets the strikeout for the Bulldogs. Great pitch there. Gunderson up 8-0 after 1. The Grizzlies tack on 4 more runs in the second frame. Once again, Rogers finds the outfield for another base hit. Jaden Holmes and Gavin Kleinen come home to score. 12-zip Gunderson after 2 innings. Eric Ureste was unstoppable on the mound. The senior was dealing for the Grizzlies, racking up 12 strikeouts, including this backwards K to get out of the 3rd inning. Jump to the 4th inning. Miles Potter doing his thing in the batter's box. Here he rips a shot to left for a base hit, one of his 3 hits in the ball game. Next batter, Isaiah Martin smokes this ball to left for an RBI double as Potter trots home to score. The Gunderson Grizzlies go on to beat the San Jose Bulldogs 18-0. The Grizzlies improve to 8-0 in the West Valley Division.
Albany's Construction brings us the dirty work play each week. This is a play with the same type of grit and determination exemplified by the great folks at Albany's Construction.
This week's dirty work play goes to Nolan Rodriguez from Branham High School. Nolan making the sliding catch, then firing into Jackson Weinger for the double play. Nolan Rodriguez doing the dirty work, just like Albany's Construction. Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner each week, celebrating top cheer and dance teams from all around the Bay Area.
This week, we feature the girls from Menlo Atherton Cheer.
Who are you wearing? Sean, John, Calvin Klein, Donna Karen's fashion line, Valentino, YSL, Ferragamo, and Chanel, Halston, Gucci, Fiorucci, don't forget my Gucci, Fendi and Armani, God, I miss Gianni, Kenneth Cole, Michael Kors, Mr. Ford, I can't afford, D&G and BCBG, looking good is never easy, Alexander Herkovich, Naomi Campbell, Kenneth Cole, Michael Kors, Mr. Ford, I wanna be Delgada to fit into my Prada, Oscar de la Renta, Louis Vuitton, imitation of Christ.
Coming up, the big game in the De Anza division as Wilcox meets Los Gatos.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for baseball.
How powerful is an Invisalign smile? So powerful, you can face anything, even these faces. Invis is a powerful thing. Invis is the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors and more predictable. Invisalign.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Kids these days. They're curious, creative, kind, and resilient. A generation of tolerant givers and doers, kids these days are redefining what it means to show their true colors and shine bright. At Clover the Rainbow, we're committed to powering their brilliance with nutritious, organic, American Humane certified dairy and teaching them the importance of eating all the colors of the rainbow. Clover the Rainbow, power your brilliance.
From the beginning, AmeriWest Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
AmeriWest worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, AmeriWest works for me.
AmeriWest works for me wherever adventure takes us.
AmeriWest Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Since 1974, there's been just one goal. One thing we work for. The pursuit binds us together and pushes us forward. One family with one mission. To win for this city. Vamos, San Jose.
Wow. No braces, everything's hands-free. I wasn't so lucky.
Invis is not your parents' braces. Invis is faster than braces and the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors, Invisalign.
We're the Terra Nova Tigers, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by US Bank.
The De Anza division is dominated this season by Palo Alto, but right behind the Vikings are both Wilcox and Los Gatos. The Chargers from Wilcox lost 2 tight games to the Vikings and are looking to win out their remaining league games for a shot at the title.
Yeah, Los Gatos still has a 2-game series with Palo Alto coming up, so the Cats can do some damage if they can get on a roll. Wilcox at Los Gatos Friday afternoon. The hometown Wildcats from Los Gatos in a good mood pre-game. This one featuring great defense early. 2 on for the Chargers. The ball smacked to the pitcher, Kaito Haki, who goes to the shortstop, Jake Boyd, over to Anthony Andrews. A nicely turned double play by the Cats. Bottom 2, the ball hit to the 5-6 hole. Alan Ramirez deep into the hole. A strong throw to first to get the out. No score top 3 as Patty Sanchez comes up, and Patty sends this one to deep center field. The ball drops in and gets past the fielder, Sanchez, really fast as he slides in safely with a triple. He was excited but did not score. The Chargers do break through in the 4th. Alan Ramirez gets the party started with the solid single to left field. Then 2 on with 1 out as the ball is smashed to short, but a leaping catch there by Boyd for the 2nd out. 2nd and 3rd now with 2 out. The ball chopped into the turf by Mitch Gonzalez. The throw to first is off, allowing 2 runs to score. Ramirez is in. Here comes Jesse Gutierrez. 2-0 Wilcox. Top of the 5th, and here he is again. Patty Sanchez loading up and firing a rocket to left center, heading to the fence. Rounding 3rd and scoring from first is Jaime Daffron. 3-0 Wilcox. Later in the 5th, Alan Ramirez just crushes this one down the left field line. Sanchez scores, and it's 4-0 Chargers. The Chargers get 1 more on an error, and that was plenty for starter Jesse Gutierrez, who pitches a complete Game 3 hitter. An impressive outing for the senior, moving the Chargers into sole possession of 2nd place in the De Anza division.
Aragon looking to extend a 9-game win streak as the Dons host the Carmont Scots. Ivan Garcia with the highlights. Top first, Gabby Lee lines one up the middle. The outfielder loses the ball and Lee ends up on second. Grace Schumacher up to bat and she hits a ball that drops into the gap in center and Lee is brought home. Scots on the board first, 1-0. Bottom of the 1st, Dons looking to get on base, but Izzy Wan dives to rob the Dons of a hit. Great defensive play there. Top of the 2nd, runner on first, Maddie Weisinger with a hard hit ball to left. The ball bounces past the outfielder and that will bring Lindsey Roth home as the Scots go up 2-0. Bottom 3rd, runner on 3rd, Janelle G hits a grounder. The throw to first goes in front of the runner, causing a loose ball, and Olivia DiNardo goes home to cut the lead to 1. Runners now in scoring position. Ray Diamato with the bounce hit to second. The throw goes past the first baseman. Lee and Megan Grant cross home plate. Dons will tag on another run to take a 4-2 lead. Bottom 5th, Caroline Harger hits a line drive to left, and that is G-O-N-E, gone! Solo shot for the catcher as Dons go up 5-1. Bottom 6th, Dons again with runners in scoring position. Harger gets a bases clearing double. Grant and Diamato come home as Aragon extends the 1st place lead in the Peninsula Bay League after a huge game from Harger.
The Westmont Warriors getting all fired up for a huge Mount Hamilton League showdown against Santa Teresa. Jake Vanderbrook with the highlights. Bottom of the 2nd, Cassandra Soria getting the party started for the Saints with this base hit to center. Moments later, Saints load the bases. Haley Sale hits a blooper in the outfield, and it's just out of the reach for the center fielder, Kokoro Sage. Isabella Gianbruno and Soria score. 3-0 Saints. Next batter, Isabella De Filipis hits a blooper to second. The second baseman can't make the play. Seoul scores. Santa Teresa extends its lead to 4. But the Warriors respond in the 3rd. Brianna Chambers-Lee hits a high fly ball deep the center, and this ball finds the grass for a 2-bagger. Jackie McLean and Bella Andrade score. Warriors cut the deficit to 2. Next batter, Lauren Marino finds a gap up the middle for a base knock to bring home Chambers-Lee. 4-3 Santa Teresa. Jump to the 7th. Warriors with runners on 1st and 2nd. Cassandra Soria fields a hard ground ball, touches 3rd, and fires a dart to 1st for the 5-3 double play. That's one heck of a play made there by the Simpson University commit, which brought a big smile for this week's Invisalign Bright Smile Award. Last chance for Westmont. Here's a high pop fly to short, and Kokoro Sage makes the catch for the final out. Santa Teresa improves to 7-1 in league play, beating Westmont 4-3.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Jake Vanderbrook joins us now with the story of the Burlingame golfer and his mysterious battle with migraines.
That's right, Robert. Whenever Will Mendel's hitting the links, he's calm, cool, and collected. This young man overcame a huge obstacle growing up, but the senior is keeping his head in the game. For Burlingame golfer Will Mendel, the senior is making his mark, one swing at a time.
Comes easy to him. You don't know whether he's playing well or playing bad. You know, he has this even keel to him.
Will discovered a passion for golf, a game where he strives to perfection, and it all starts with his mental game.
The biggest reasons why I am where I'm at today is because I like to think my mental game is very good and has improved over the years.
A sense of gratitude that you get to see kind of over time. And a lot of that, I think, is, you know, that non-emotion in golf, which is, you know, which I love to see in him.
Growing up, Will faced a huge obstacle. It all started with an unfortunate incident with a toy.
I was volunteering at his school, in elementary school. He was in 4th or 5th grade. They rushed to find me because he had blurred vision. He couldn't see anything. It was so awful. He was like out of sorts.
Will ended up having an aura, a visual disturbance which happened shortly before a migraine attack. From 6th through 9th grade, Will's debilitating migraines kept coming and going.
I started getting the migraines, and mostly because of stress, or I fell into this vicious cycle where I would get a migraine, miss a bunch of school, be behind on all my work.
Later his freshman year, Will and his family went to Johns Hopkins Hospital, where he was diagnosed with chronic migraine syndrome.
It's just totally debilitating. The pain is so awful.
It was terrible. I mean, just to see your child suffer. I know people talk about that and you never realize it till you go through it, but it's just the worst thing.
Will had to wear an acephaly device on his forehead to help prevent his migraines and was on gabapentin to help sleep at night. Now, Will hardly gets any migraines. He only wears the device when he needs it.
After we saw Dr. Oakley, just got so much better. I feel great. I haven't had one in a long time.
This is Will's first full year as a high schooler at Burlingame, and he couldn't do it without a huge support system.
It is the coolest thing, the best feeling ever. We'll give a shout out to Burlingame High School, the counselors there, the special education department. They were all amazing. The coaches have always been amazing, and sports have been a huge part of his life.
Will is staying on track with his grades, and he's playing the game he loves most.
Able to see all my friends all the time. I love to play golf every day. Golf is so great. It's because you learn so many life skills.
The key to golf is playing one shot at a time. But for Will Mendel, the key to life is to live in the moment. When I spoke to Will and his mother, they are just very thankful for all the support they received over the years, especially Dr. Oakley from Johns Hopkins Hospital, who also dealt with migraines himself a while back.
He knows what he's doing.
All right, thank you, Jake. Each week, Wingstop honors Bay Area teachers who do such a great job.
Here's Luis Becerra from Moreau Catholic talking about his favorite teacher and coach, Robert Cottrell.
My favorite teacher at Moreau Catholic is Coach G, my football coach. You know, he's taught me a lot that'll help me on and off the field and in life, so a big shout out to him.
Once again this season, Wingstop will be giving scholarships at the end of the season, honoring Wingstop owner Terry Blanchard. Terry passed away from COVID in April of 2020. Terry did great work in the community. These scholarships keep that effort alive.
Coming up, the mattress firm Perfect Match. It's Peninsula rivals Carlmont and Burlingame.
And lacrosse from the Peninsula as Carlmont takes on Aragon right here on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Unjunk your sleep at Mattress Firm. Shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, and get a $300 instant gift. Plus, get 0% interest for 60 months. Only at Mattress Firm.
Okay, so turn left. Take this right. Now pull into that parking space. Now put the car in park. Great, thanks so much. It's my lunch break.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Join us on the ice for the Bay Area's hottest sport. High school ice hockey leagues are forming now for the upcoming season. Be part of this fast-moving, hard-hitting, crazy, exciting game. You can join as part of your high school team or sign up to be assigned to a team. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations all around the Bay Area. Jump in anytime and join your friends on the ice. Be a part of Bay Area high school hockey. Contact Sharks Ice for more details and get into the game today.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
At Mattress Firm's Unjunk Your Sleep sale, you can get up to 60% off top-selling brands, like Sealy Queen mattresses starting at $279.99 and Sleepy's starting at $199.99. In stock for fast delivery, only at Mattress Firm.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, we get it. By Wingstop, sauced and tossed classic wings, crispy tenders, juicy boneless wings. Order them all at wingstop.com. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Reiki Center, where goals and dreams become a reality.
We head to the peninsula now for a big game in the Bay Division. Both Burlingame and Carlmont come into this game with 5-1 league records, tied for first place. The Panthers featuring the quarterback from the football team, Ryan Call, who's hitting .372 to lead the Panthers.
The Scots hit .348 as a team with 3 starters hitting over .400. Mattress Firm helps us find a great match on the field each week, just like they want to find you a perfect match with you and a mattress. Carlmont and Burlingame is this week's Mattress Firm perfect match.
Burlingame battles Carlmont for first place in the Peninsula Bay League. Jake Vanderbrook with the highlights. The Scots bats were alive early as Aiden Kurt slaps his pitch into the outfield for a base hit. Tanner Van Wy scores 1-0 Scots. Later in the inning, Scots up 4-0 until Jack Andrews drives his pitch to left for a base knock. 1 run scores. Here comes Jack Weisinger. He scores. Caden Healy rounding third. And it's laundry day, 7-0 Carlmont. But the Panthers get on the board in the bottom half as Jonathan Suarez launches this ball out the left field. Lou Martineau rounds third and scores an RBI double for Suarez. But Carlmont extends its lead in the second inning. Here, Carson Vance smokes this ball to the outfield, and it's just out of reach for the left fielder. Aiden Kurt trots home. A stand-up triple for the senior, and it's 9-1 Carlmont. Moments later, Jack Weisinger slaps this ball down the left field line to bring home Vance. 10-1 Carlmont. Colton Fisher doing his thing on the bump for the Scots. Here in the fourth, he goes with the off-speed for one of his 3 punch-outs. Still in the fourth, Burlingame threatening with 1 out. Here's a little blooper to second, and Aiden Kurt makes a sliding catch and slaps the bag for a double play. Oh, we see you, Aiden. Burlingame showing some defense as well. Charlie Happ uncorks his ball to second, and the throw is in time to get the base runner. Great play there. Lucas Haybell, very good on the football field. Spectacular on the bump as the junior went 5 innings without allowing any runs with 3 strikeouts, including this backwards K in the 6th. The Panthers tack on another run in the 7th. Haybell hits a high fly ball to right, deep enough to score. Ryan Call for a sac fly, but the Scots go on to beat the Panthers, winning 10-2. Fisher secures the win on the bump, and this is what he had to say after the game.
Starting the first inning, kind of had to settle in a bit, and then after that, fastball was working, able to locate that. We're still going to have to keep stacking good games and good practices to really make that CCS run, but we look good so far. We just got to keep the energy going.
Carlmont looking to stay in first in the El Camino League as Scots host the Aragon Dons. Ivan Garcia with the highlights. The Scots offense was on fire, opening the game, scoring 6 straight goals. Ryan Kelly holds onto the ball and puts one into the net. The Dons trying to get back into the game. Nicholas Ragone finds Ian Kunkel for the smooth behind-the-back shot. The first ends, Scots up 6-1. Early second quarter, Dons on the attack. The shot is on target, but J-Mo Blackwell dives for the incredible save. And the Scots offense would not stop scoring. Kelly again with the ball and gets the same results. Shoots right over the keeper as the first half ends. Scots 12-1. Dons attacking early in the third. Luquan Beck in full stride, lines up the shot and scores! Scots still on top, 13-2. Later in the quarter, Oliver Welton runs past the defender and scores with a nice bounce shot. Third ends, Scots 15-2. Dons tag on another goal, but the Scots would not lift off the gas. Garrett Rionda flicks a shot into the bottom right corner. Carmont gets the big win over league rival Aragon after a 5-goal performance from Kelly.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award each week, celebrating young people who donate their time to do good work in their communities.
Here are the top 10 finalists for this year's scholarships. The 10 will submit essays, and then 5 will be chosen to split the $10,000 in scholarship money from Lexus of Stevens Creek.
This season, Gallo Salami will help us find top recruits and find out where they stand in their recruiting process.
This week's Gallo Salami Big Salami is Pittsburgh High's Jaden Hudson, one of the top defensive back recruits in the nation. This freshman has offers from several top schools, including Georgia, Michigan, Michigan State, Colorado State, and Cal. We'll be seeing a lot of Jaden in the years to come. Coming up, Moreau Catholic and James Logan play for first place in the Mission Valley League.
And a tight race in the Diablo Foothills softball race. This week's big game up next.
We head now to the Mission Valley League for this big series this week between Moreau Catholic and James Logan. The Mariners from Moreau are tied for first with a 5-1 record. Starting shortstop Juan Pablo Monzo leading the Mariners in hitting and RBI.
The James Logan Colts had a rough start to the season, but have won 3 in a row to pull into a first-place tie with Moreau Catholic. Game 1 of the 2-game series played at Moreau this week.
A battle for first place in the Mission Valley League as Moreau Catholic takes on James Logan. Jake Vanderbrook with the highlights. Top 1, Colts with a runner on first. Jaden Altreras fields a ground ball, throws it the short, and Shane Aldridge fires a dart to Marcus Rivera for a 4-6-3 double play. Jump to the third, Mariners with runners on first and second. Rivera smacks this ball to right field for a base knock to load the bases. Few batters later, Jeffrey Chen hits a high pop fly in the infield. The third baseman cannot make the play. Aldridge and Jesse Ibarra come home to score. Mariners tack on another run to make it 3-0. Top 4, James Salapair smokes this ball to deep right center, leading to a double for the senior. Few batters later, Curtis Hagens hits a ground ball to short. The throw to first is not in time. Hagens is safe. Salapair scores. Logan cuts the deficit to 2. But the Mariners storm back in the 5th, leading 3-2 until Luis Becerra launches this ball to deep left field. Aldridge scores. Here comes Rivera, and Moreau Catholic extends its lead to 3. But Becerra had himself a strong outing on the bump. The California Baptist commit was dealing, allowing just 2 runs on 7 hits, but he also finished with 9 strikeouts, including this backwards K to end the ball game. Moreau Catholic goes on to beat James Logan 5-2.
Courtney Tate here in Pleasant Hill for some softball action. Alhambra meeting College Park on the diamond. Courtney Tate with the highlights. The Falcons getting on the board here in the first. Jessica Della Torre sends a sacrifice fly to right. Maya Weiler races home to score. It's 1-0 College Park. College Park gets back on the board later in the first. Emma Wood sends a grounder to short. Alhambra gets the out at first, but Adri Rodriguez crosses home to score. It's 2-0 Falcons after 1 more offense from the Falcons in the third. Emma Wood sends a fly ball to center. That ball gets down for a base hit. Morgan Bodish scores, and Emma goes to second on the throw to the plate. 3-0 College Park. To the 4th, College Park getting it done on defense. Isa Gutierrez makes a beautiful diving catch. What a play by the senior to keep the score 3-0. College Park looking for more in the bottom half, but Willa Adler induces the grounder. Kiyomi Applet fires the Kiera Sullivan for the out. Still 3-0 Falcons. Jump to the 6th. Ava Davis sends a shot past second for a base hit. Morgan Bodish scores the run. It's 4-0 College Park. Maya Weiler keeps the offense going for the Falcons. Maya hits a grounder through the infield. Ava Davis rounds third and heads home to score. It's 6-0 Falcons. Finally, the Falcons ready to put it away in the 6th. Morgan Bodish lines one past third base. That's a fair ball. Emma Wood races home, and that'll do it. College Park improves to 6-1 in league play, behind a big performance from Morgan Bodish.
Each week, the Harker School helps us honor top scholar athletes. This week's scholar athlete is Bellarmine Jr. third baseman Thomas Trombator. Thomas, great on the field and in the classroom with an impressive 3.8 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School, the Harker Research Symposium, an annual celebration of the community's love of the sciences, returned to the Upper School campus last weekend for the first time since 2019. The all-day event included an impressive lineup of guest speakers, presentations by Harker students and alumni, and a fun activity area for young science enthusiasts. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Remember, if you weren't able to be at the game, we have entire game videos available for purchase. Click on the QR code on the screen for the list of available games. Order the game, we'll send you a download, and you have it forever.
Be sure to check us out on social media for lots of fun content, including videos, news updates, and a whole lot more. We are at 49ers Cal High everywhere, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates on when new videos are posted each week.
Coming up, our CCS SunPower Electric game. It's the Mount Hamilton Division Showdown with Lee and Live Oak.
And girls lacrosse as Piedmont takes on Berkeley when 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank continues.
If we build this, all the players and fans will magically appear. I call it the Field of Fame. Of course, I'll have to tear down the garage, fill in the pool, and lose the trees. So can I get a loan?
So as your friend, I love it, but as your banker, not so much.
Let me talk to the friend.
You could always invest in a college fund.
No, my kids aren't going to college. They're going to work at the stadium.
Our kids are going to college. Football's back, and so are the fans.
My wife wants to build a college.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
My name is Gary Reiches, and I'm the Executive Director and founder of the Reiches Center for Human Enhancement. Anyone can come regardless of their ability to pay and perform, and anyone is as important as anyone could possibly be. The staff here are the thing. So it's not me, and it's not the facility. The staff is what implements those values and helps the people make progress. So as a service organization that's trying to help someone accomplish their goals, I couldn't be prouder of what we're doing.
We are back at Levi Stadium with the SunPower Electric game. This week we head to the very tight Mount Hamilton division where 4 teams are within 1 game of first place Branham. Live Oak at 4-2 is just 1 game back.
Also 1 game back is Lee, the Longhorns and Acorns. In our CCS SunPower Electric game, our Adrian Soriano was there.
Electric game.
We go straight to the highlights, and it was a pitcher's duel early. Here's Sullivan Elliott getting the strikeout, no score after 1. But Dylan Hafterson was dealing for the Longhorns. Dylan getting one of his 4 Ks on the day, still no score after 2. Lee gets on the board in the 3rd. Dom Panella lays down a beautiful bunt. The throw gets away as Jonathan Sun scores. Right behind them is Damian Velasquez. 2-0 Longhorns. But Live Oak gets one back in the 4th. Landon Stump grounds one to 2nd. Everybody's safe as Justin Kessler Johnson comes in to score. It's 2-1 Lee. The Longhorns come right back in the bottom half. Ollie Obenauer sends a shot to deep center field that will go all the way to the wall as Brian Kim races in to score. 3-1 Lee Longhorns. The Longhorns get one more as the ball gets away. Obenauer crosses the plate and it's 4-1 Lee Longhorns after 4. Live Oak answers back in the 5th. Dom Pereira hits a liner to center for a base hit. Cole Wilson scores and it's 4-2 Lee Longhorns. Diego Castellanos keeps the line moving with a blistering shot to left center field. Dom Pereira comes in to score to cut the deficit in half, but Lee gets those runs back in the 6th. Obenauer laces one to left for a single. Nate Miller scores, and it's 5-3 Longhorns. The Longhorns extend their lead here as the ball gets away. Obenauer crosses the plate one more time, and it's 6-3 Lee. One more for Lee as Jonathan Sun grounds one down the 3rd baseline. That's a fair ball as Dylan Christian comes in to score, and it's 7-3 Longhorns after 6. But Live Oak rallies back with 2 outs in the 7th. Tyler Klopp with a drive to left field. That ball is gone. A 3-run jack for Tyler, and it's a 1-run game. Then Live Oak ties it up here as the throw to 2nd goes off the glove. Here comes Ethan Lopez, and it's 7-7 after 7. Lee trying to walk it off in the 8th, but UCLA-bound senior Landon Stump makes a nice catch in foul territory. Still 7-7 after 8. Top 10 now, and Pereira lines one to left for a base hit. Racing around third and scoring is Cole Wilson as Live Oak jumps ahead 8-7. Then a couple batters later, Justin Kessler Johnson grounds one to third. The ball finds the outfield as Pereira scores. Right behind him is Diggy Castellanos. It's 10-7 Live Oak. Lee trying to rally back in the bottom half, but Michael Volkman gets the punch out to end the game as Live Oak beats Lee 10-7 in 10 innings. Here's Tyler Klopp talking about the team's resiliency after the game.
Yeah, we're a close group of guys. We all fight for each other, and just to pick up these 2 huge wins, especially after we got swept by Santa Teresa our first series, it's a big confidence booster, and we're going into Brandon next week just with a lot of fire behind us.
In San Jose with the CCS SunPower Electric game, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Time for girls lacrosse here in Berkeley. Piedmont on the road in a tough league matchup against the Yellow Jackets. Courtney Tate with the highlights. First half, Berkeley off to a solid start. Sierra Proc Perry to Lane Iman. Lane scores for the Yellow Jackets. It's 4-1 Berkeley. The Highlanders trying to rally back. Elizabeth Ethington to Catherine Canay. Catherine fires it home to cut the lead to 2. Berkeley with an immediate answer. Elizabeth Iman with another one of her 5 goals on the game. 6-3 Yellow Jackets. Piedmont with a chance to tie it up, and Catherine Canay gets the job done. One of her 7 goals on the game. We're tied at 6. Piedmont takes the lead late in the first half. Elizabeth Ethington hits Eleanor Lavin. Eleanor catch and shoot, and it's good. 9-6 Piedmont at the half. The Highlanders keep it going in the second half. Elizabeth Ethington scores on the move. 12-7 Piedmont. Berkeley still fighting. Christina Kwang turns and finds the back of the net. Berkeley cuts the lead to 4. Finally, Berkeley pulling away. Elizabeth Ethington nears the goal. And what a shot by the senior here to put it away. And that will do it. Piedmont remains in the second place in the Western Athletic Conference behind a huge performance from Catherine Canay.
Coming up, El Camino baseball action with Saratoga and Milpitas.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for softball.
Back at the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium, the Gun Titans lead the El Camino division with Saratoga and Milpitas right behind the Titans.
The 2 teams trying to catch the Titans meeting this week at Saratoga at Milpitas in the game played on Tuesday afternoon.
Adrian Soriano here in my hometown of Milpitas as the Trojans take on Saratoga. Forrest Gray was in control early for the Trojans. Forrest getting the punch out here, but not to be outdone was Shane Timmons. Shane getting one of his 7 strikeouts on the game. No score after 1. The Falcons looking to strike in the second, but the Trojans go AJ Santillan to Marco Garcia to Sanjeeth Purgasan for the 4-6-3 double play. Still scoreless in the third, but not for long as Hawaii Hilo-bound senior Xavier LaCourse lines one to center for a hit. Marco Garcia is in. Right behind him is AJ Santillan. 2-0 Trojans after 3. Saratoga trying to answer back in the fourth, but more great defense from the Trojans as Andre Curiel makes a nice diving catch in left. Still 2-0 Milpitas after 4. Gray still dealing for Milpitas in the fifth as he gets another punch out. Forrest is heading to Fresno Pacific next year to play water polo. Milpitas tacks on some insurance in the sixth. Alvaro Olivo laces one to left for extra bases. Purgasan scores and Olivo slides into third for a triple 3-0 Milpitas. But Lucas Dennis buckles down and gets the batter to chase. Still 3-0 MHS after 6. My main man Forrest Gray looking to finish it off for Milpitas. Forrest getting another strikeout. He would finish with 12 Ks on the day. 2 down in the 7th now, and Garcia fields the grounder and steps on the bag for the final out as Milpitas gets a much-needed win to stay alive in the Santa Clara Valley El Camino Division title race.
This is how the Campo Cougars get ready for a big match. Campo in charge in the first. Graham Vogt to Andrew Pack. Quitsek to Nikolai Bell. Straight down for the Campolindo point. More Cougars later in the first. Josh Ewert, the UC San Diego commit, with a terrific serve. The overpass goes to Patrick Volk, who swipes it home. Campo takes the first. Graham Vogt to Pack, who sets Ewert from the back row. Campo takes the first 25-20. Different story in the second as the Falcons soar back at the net. Putting up the block is Peter Berardini. Nice dig here by Graham Volk, but College Park goes Caden Mays to Sammy Hayeda, deep to Trevor Lau, and that was working well in the second for the Falcons, who win the second 25-19. Campo leading in the third, pack to Brian Thomas. The 6'9" Harvard-bound middle block with a terrific back set, deep to Ewert, and that's a lot of talent right there. But College Park retakes the lead later in the third. Hieda to Jack Din, back to Hieda, who goes hard angle off the block. More Falcons, Logan Gomez to Hieda, to the middle block, Caden Mays, and the Falcons lead at 17-15. But Campo retakes the lead at 18-all. It's Graham Volk to pack to Christian Volk as Campo takes the third 25-23. Campo wraps it up in the fourth. Pack and Bell, the double block, and Bell takes some abuse for that. And then later in the fourth, more defense for the Cougars. Volk and Will Marusic put up a roof as Campo wins it. Ewert the kill leader with 12. Audrey Pack's little brother Andrew with 29 assists.
Each week this season, Merrill West Credit Union brings us athletes giving credit to those people who have made their success happen.
Here's Deji Ajosi from Bishop O'Dowd giving credit to his brother.
He's pushed me a lot. You know, he's probably my biggest inspiration. You know, without him, I don't know where I would be as an athlete or as a person.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, so each week we show you the Be Happy play.
This week's Be Happy play goes to the Campo Lindo Cougars. Will Marusic and Patrick Volk going up for the double block, and they were very happy about it. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. I think it's going to be this play, but you have to wait to find out.
But first, here's this week's training tip from our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hi, I'm Lex from the Rikus Center, and today's training tip is the single leg RDL. Great for balance and stability. Focus on your hamstrings. You're going to go ahead and balance on your single leg. Hinge at your hip. With your opposite arm, you're going to reach towards the foot on your floor. Core tight. You're going to use your glutes to pull yourself back up. And you do the same thing on the other side. If you want to make the exercise easier, you're going to go ahead and put down a disc or a towel. And we can go ahead and put our foot that's down on the disc, and now you have 2 balance points. Form stays the same.
Service by Medallion brings us the Play of the Week award, all the winners vying for the Play of the Year and the coveted championship belt.
We'll show you some contenders and then name this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week. We start with Andre Curriel from Milpitas with a nice catch in left. Great play there. Here's Jake Boyd from Los Gatos going up the ladder to make the leaping catch. Here's Carmont's Izzy One laying out to make a spectacular diving catch, but the Play of the Week goes to Aiden Kurt, also from Carmont, with the unassisted double play to end the inning. Let's see it in slow-mo now. Aiden Kurt makes the catch for 1, then tags second for the double play. That, my friends, is the Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Stay right there for 49ers Sac High Sports with thrilling highlights from the Tokay St. Mary's game. Don't go anywhere.